All right, so we will be looking at graphing linear functions. A linear function is a function whose graph is a line. A linear equation is a way to represent a linear function, such as y equals 3x plus 2. A solution to a linear equation is an ordered pair, x, y, that makes the equation true. Okay? Ordered pairs. We talked about those last section. Dependent variable, because the value of y depends on the value of x. All right, you will not know what y is unless you plug in an x value. Y is a dependent variable. Independent variable is the x value, because you can choose any x value to plug in, and then you find out your dependent, your y. So right now, when we're solving these, we are not just going to be graphing them, okay, by counting points. We're going to be making a table for these right now, okay? Making a table is not hard. All that I'm going to ask you to do when you make a table is you use 3 points. Okay, so you'll have to do 3 points for every single one. So we're going to write down x, y, and we're going to make a table here. Now, when we have to choose our x values, you can choose anything you want. Let's try to be smart about it and make them easy values to choose. 5 would not be an easy one. 4 would not. Who's at 3? 3 would be an easy one. Do you know why?
Because nothing multiplies 3 except for the 3 and 1 stuff like.
So 3 is a great one because you see how it's 2/3 times x?
Plus 3.
The 3's will cancel out.
I don't know. Every time there was a problem like that last year, we used 3, so I just said it.
Okay. So 3 will be one of them. Who can give me another one? The best number to always use. Yeah.
2.
No.
1.
No.
1.
No.
What? 0.
0. Thank you.
I knew about 0.
But it had no like values.
Can I go this?
It's 0.
I'm so glad this is all recorded. All right. And I need another one. Another number, guys. Now, you can use any number you want, but there is another really good value to use.
-0.
Oh my
-3.
Oh, I was close.
Now, again, guys, you can use any number you like, but these numbers will make sure that I don't have a decimal or a fraction. All right? But again, if you did, you just have to plot it that way. It's fine. So I'm going to show plugging in 3, all right? But I'm going to use the calculator for the rest. I'm just going to show you guys how it works. 2/3 times 3 plus 3. These will cancel out. So now you only have 2 plus 3, which is 5.
So you just basically.
So that's why I chose that value, because I see would cancel out with that fraction. It makes life so much easier. I plug in 0, this goes away completely,
So then you just get 3.
and you just get 3. Oh, that's wrong value. And for my last one, when I plug in -3, I'm going to get 1. Guys, I expect to see a table. I expect to see the x and the y values. I expect to see it graphed. Do I need to see the work for this part? Not really, not yet. There will be problems I will need to, but not these. And now I plot them. So the first one is 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 3. 1, 2, 3. And -3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. If, when you plot your equation, all right, and it looks like this, y equals mx plus b, and you do not have a straight line, you did something wrong. So if you instead get some weird squiggle thing going on here, If you get this, you did something wrong. So be careful. Go back and find your mistakes. Okay? If it's in the form of y equals mx plus b, it will always be a straight line. All right? Questions? All right, for the next one, B. All right, I do not want you to graph it yet, but I'd like you to choose your x values and solve for your y. You can choose any x values you like, but I can recommend there are a couple smart ones. There's always one that you should always use, which I already told you. Mm-hmm. All right. Alex, what values did you use?
I used 4, 0, -4.
Excellent. Those are the best values to use. If you did not use them, that's fine. We'll still get the same line in the end, so do not erase your work. Plug in 4, you're going to get 3. Plug in 0, you're going to get 0. Plug in -4, you're going to get -3. Again, you guys can use your calculators. Plot all the points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And I have my straight line. If you would have used different values and plotted them, it should still look exactly like the same line. All right, it'll still look exactly like the same line. Any questions? All right. Yeah, we can get the next two. All right, C. X plus y equals -2. Why does this one look more difficult?
Because the x in front of the fraction.
Good. So the x is there's no fractions yet, but the x is with the y on the same side. What would you do, Ryan?
All you have to do is like make it so x and y add up to make it to like.
Okay, so that's one idea. It's not what I would do. I would bring x to the other side. I'd get y alone. To me, I'd always want to get y alone. We'll learn how to do standard, how to do it when it's in standard form. Find the x and y intercepts. But I usually like to just get my x alone. I subtract x to both sides. Okay? And then now I just choose 3 points. Now, since there's no fraction here, Julian, what would you use?
0.
Yeah, you can do that. All right? You don't have to use anything crazy here. Just use 3 values you like. You can use 2. I would always use 0 again. It's always the easiest value in the world. Plug in 1, I get -3. Plug in 0, I get -2. Plug in -1, I get -1. Plot all 3 points. 1, 1, 2, 3. 0, -2, -1, -1. Now, because we chose values that are close together, our dots are close together, and then we just extend them on. Any questions on this? Yeah, Ryan.
I don't really know how to explain it, but like this still be right. You can see it.
Does it match mine?
It's just on the same spot. It goes in the same line.
You just said fits in the same line.
It has to be the same line. Like if you had different values, like instead of using 1, 0, -1, you use 5, 10, and 15. It'd still be correct. But I mean, don't use large values. Make your life easy. Bless you. All right, next one. Oh, another fraction.
Yeah, I was 2 though.
I like the fraction.
All right, guys, try to be a little smart. There's no way to make this one as simple as possible. There will be some fractions in them, but make it as easy as possible for you. There is a way to make it not as difficult. Give you a minute to choose your values. And then I'm going to hear what Mary chose.
Alright.
You chose already?
Yeah, but I don't know. You said there's an easier way, and I probably didn't pick it.
Okay. Well, tell me which one you used, Mary.
I did 2, 0, and -2. But...
Those would have been the ones I chose.
Oh, man, good.
Okay. There's no way to make this one go away, so you just worry about the fraction that you can work on. So when I plug in 2, that's -1. -1 plus 1/2 is -1/2. Plug in 0, I get 1/2. Does anybody get these so I can make sure I'm right? And then plug in -2, you get 1. 1 plus 1/2 is 3/2, or 1.5. It's whatever you like to look at it. I like fractions, but decimals are easier to plot.
So then they're just all halves.
Yeah, you're gonna. When you're adding a half to it, it's almost always gonna be a half. All right, so I plot my points. 1, 2. Now, if I'm going down -1/2, guys, just go in between 0 and -1. Plot that point. 0 and 1/2. We're not going to move left or right. We're just going to go up a half. And -2 and 3/2. You're going to go -2, up 1, and then 0.5. All right. You guys might like to look at these as decimals. They might make your life easier for plotting. Okay. We have our 3 points. And now you just connect the dots. Again, I want to see 3 points with everything you do on these. Any questions from you guys?
No.
All right.
What's our home? Except for the fact that it's stuck on the side.